次これか。ちょっと夜になっちゃってるんでね。一回寝た方がいいかな。宿屋はどこだろう。話させてくれ。くそ。この顔面の使い多い。何を求めてる？何でもいいよ。修道院。奇跡の遺物？中にはいいものもあるんじゃないか。レデチコ。詐欺師を捕まえる。こいつらか。あれ？こいつらやっぱりな。こいつらだと思ったよ。お前らだと思ったぜ。うんこ投げ仲間なんだ。スカーリッツから来たね、ヨタ者みたいな感じでね。どちら様でっつってみようか。とぼけで。
Is he making fun of us?
Oh, they really did hit you over the head with something, didn't they?
Well, they did give me a good beating.
なんで敬語なんだよ。幼馴染みたい。え？
What? Coin? From the barn?
Stop making fun of Henry. You can see he's confused.
スカーリッツには。
Idiots.
本当だよ。
So, do you remember us now?
Yes. Two blockheads from Scarlet. Before the attack, you two were bullshitting in the tavern.
He recognizes us.
この格好見たらわかるかお前。
I'm almost surprised how happy I am to see the pair of you are all right.
We are now, but we barely made it.
Yeah, it was hard. Fritz ran like a little girl.
来
Really?
てたのかこいつら。
Bloody Joker.
Tell us what happened to you.
They gave me a pretty good thrashing as well. It was only in Rat Eye that I got back in my right mind.
You're not doing too well either, are you?
どうでしょうか。こういうラジック教に仕えてるって自慢したらなんかあんまりね自慢もしたくねえな。なんか絡んでくるというかね、何かを求めてきそう。
I'm just getting by the best I can. Nothing to get excited about.
At least you had something to eat.
なんだと
And how are you two getting by?
物声か。
Shit.
You said it. We're still chopped off
巻き
the
張
bits.
り。
Owe the monastery a bundle. And there's no work here.
Not for anyone with more than half a brain, anyway.
大工はいつも。良い大工2人は不要か？お前ら好き好んで仕事をやってたことはないが、嫌味を言おうか。良い大工。おだてる必要あるか？
Well, you two and work never got
すげえバカ
along.
にしてる。
But don't tell me that they're not in need of carpenters. They're reconstructing the monastery.
They don't want us there.
And there's nothing else
うん
around
こ投
here.
げしかできないもん
Hey,
ね。
you wouldn't happen to know of anything.
It
ん？
will really help us out right now.
そっか、これもクエスト、サイドクエストの予感か。
I'm not promising anything.
Thanks, Henry.
We'll pay off the debt. Don't you worry.
まさかの友こそ。他にできることは
And where would they hire you two?
Well, we were carpenters in the mines.
鉱山内の大工、木を扱う仕事なら
Forget
どこ
about
でもいいと。
construction. After Scarlet's, no one will be building for a long time. Just here in
サーザ
Sasha,
ヴァ
and they don't want us here. The best chance we have is to work at a mill. People always have
製
to
粉
leave.
所
Ideally, we're looking for a job that pays a lot and doesn't require much work.
ペシェクに相談
What other neighbors of ours made it?
Yohanka's in the monastery.
ヨハンカ
That girl really helped us out. That's about all
修
we
道
know.
院
When we ran for it, we helped Teresa. But who knows where she is now?
さあなっちゃって変な
I owe my life to Teresa. She hauled me
どっちに
unconscious
せ
to
よ
the
言っ
mill
ちゃうん
in
だ
Atherley and nursed me back to health.
I'm glad she survived. Since you know her so well, why not try asking her if she knows about any work?
やだねやだなこいつらなスローかな
What's going on there? What's that? Hey, who's there?
幼なじみからスルヘンリーああスルさああの二人はクエストだったかさあじゃあちょっとここ行くかすごい速さで街中走っちゃったおくぐれるかこれちょっと待ってアクティビティこれなんだろうサーザバ
My respects.
仕事があるのか
I do. And you look like the kind of fellow who knows
ま
a
っ
thing or two
とうじゃない
and
仕
find
事
a bit of work that's not entirely
山ほどやってきてるけ
honest.
どはい
What's it about?
何にも聞いてない
I'm
の
looking
に
for
あなたは
someone
間
who
違っ
knows
て
how
るあ
to dip a
スリさっきやってきたばっかり
reward, of course.
はい
It's lucky for you that I happened along.
だから何を盗みたいんだ
As a farmer that lives in the
職人通り
country,
広場に住んで
he
る
made
農
killing
家
supplying vegetables
修
for
道院
months.
に野菜を卸して
I
いて
worked for him for a while.
あい
But
つの
then
給
he
料
threw me
払う
out
前に
without
俺を
paying
クビ
me
し
for
やがった
labor.
あ
I'd
そい
like
つは
him
ひ
to
で
sue the groschen he owes
え
me.
はいはいはい
And also,
うんお守りも
containing an amulet he got from the herbal.
うん
He's as superstitious as an old crone. So when he realizes he's
罰
lost,
を与えろって言うんだな
it
Sounds easy enough.
ain't quite that easy, otherwise I'd handle it myself. That fucker don't trust no one, and he's always looking over his shoulder. If you manage to nick his pouch
金
and his
と
coin,
お守り
you
を
can keep the
すると
groschen as a reward.
OK まあこれサーザバでもね結構クエストがいっぱいあるさてとちょっとこれ外れちゃってんのか街からどうやっていくんだろうこれ盗んでいくわけじゃないよねさすがにね漁師の奥さんから頼まれてるんだぞ上かこれ盗んでいくみたいになってないこれうっそこんなところ冠くださいフロリアンジェローム氏こいつか
Day to you.
タルンベル
The
グ
Lady of Talmberg sent me. She wants me to find out why the crown's been delayed.
あら
Through no fault of ours, I can tell
ず
you
いぶん
that.
経っ
We
ちゃ
had
っ
a
たけど
large stone ordered for mounting on the crown.
ああなん
A
か
beautiful
必要なの
monument from South Bohemia that we had cut and polished in Prague. But
これはすんなりもらうんじゃない
in
んだ
short, the good merchant, Martin Wiesek, who was supposed to
ビ
bring
ッ
it
ツェ
from
ク
Prague,
マー
got
ティン・
lost
ビッツェ
along
ク
the way. It's like the
Fish.
ground swallowed him up.
え
Lady Stephanie won't be happy.
Look, we've got something else here we can replace the stone with. But I'm sure even you can see it's not worthy of
宝
note.
石が
And definitely not worthy of our fine craftsmanship. I only had someone who
Moldavite.
tried to find the Moldavite.
Why don't you just ask me? Of course I'll try to find the stone. Just tell me where the fellow was seen last.
That fellow, as you call him, the esteemed merchant,
浅瀬の桟橋を使ってサーザバの川を渡ろうとしていたところ、西側です。西か。
to the west of here. Evidently, he never made it to Sasau town.
死んでんじゃね
Well, I'll look for him, but he could be far over the mountains by now. Or under the ground.
うん。
God be with you.
これ、マップ更新、ここか。なるほどね。ちょっとまた後で行ってみましょう。うん。この中にもなんかいるな。いやいやいや、広いね。怒られるか。怒られる。怒られてる。すれる。あ。
Hey, what the?
Help! Arrest that thief!
やばい、これクエストがちょっとクエストがこれお城じゃねえの。修道院ってでも修道院って書いてあるな。修道院でかっ。うわ、拡大できた。
Just for a while, he says.
ヨハンカ
Hope your neighbours,
Johanka?
he says. It's been weeks.
Henry?
スカーリッツの幼
Me
馴染
too. I heard that you're doing well.
I hope they live
Wow.
soon.
That depends.
You're alive. So you're doing well.
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... They're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since
Nicodemus.
Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
人を連れてきたい。来ればいいのかな。
Can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Ratai unconscious, and I needed a healer.
今は元気いっぱいじゃん。
How's everyone holding up? What can I do?
人
Holding
を
up.
連れてくる。
People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it.
人が後
We
ろ
don't
でい
have
っ
enough
ぱい
food
倒れ
or
てる。
space or anyone who's willing to
うん
help us.
うん。誰も
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people?
学者
There's scholars all around you.
治
Scholars
療を
maybe,
手
but
伝
they
う。
leave the healing up to God.
うん。
Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
見てみよう。
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little about healing.
Do you
包
now?
帯巻いたこと
And
があ
what
るだ
would
け
you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold
Marigold.
helps.
まあ
It's better
錬
if you
金
don't
術はで
bind
きる
it and let it
ちょっ
breathe.
とちょっとだけ
You do know what you're talking about. Looks like blacksmiths know about more than just
ブラッ
pulling
クス
teeth.
ミスっていう
Pulling teeth?
ブラックスミス差別が
As long as you don't squeeze the pincers too hard and crush them.
Well, go and see if anyone needs anything. Just don't go pulling anyone's teeth.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep. But I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe. But convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat,
肉
some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
狩猟肉肉は何でもいいのか
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded. I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that, out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
病状の改善方法。
Very well. And how?
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't exist. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his home.
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
What can you tell me about the custodian?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really, he has a say in pretty much everything, including supplies. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he wants.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether.
だいぶ
Last
大
week
変な
Bohuslav died.
ボブ・フスラ
Maybe
フ
you knew him. And nobody
ス
even
カー
blinked
リ
an
ッツ
eye. We desperately need help.
の人たちが大変な目に遭ってると。
Tell me more about them. All right.
Charity.
I'm not needed here.
引きそう
I'm not needed here.
だ。はあ、うわー、大変なことになってんなこれ。エリアス。
And who are you?
Brother alive.
修道士。あれこれジンジャーと同じ
What
顔
do
じゃ
you
ない
do here?
What I can. I'm just trying to help the Skalitz locals as much as I can.
How long have you been helping here?
Since before the refugees
ジン
arrived,
ジャー
it was much less crowded back then.
And what do you do here exactly?
Mainly, I help Brother Nicodemus. Occasionally, I keep watch at night in case someone takes a turn for the worse.
ちょっと髪型とかひげとかを変えるだけでちょっと顔を使い回してるのとかがね、
Do you know anything about healing?
多いみたい
A
ですけど、
little. I can manage the
服
basics,
装
but
とひげ
without
と
Brother Nicodemus,
髪の毛。
I'd never be able to deal
もう
with the
メガ
more
ネと
difficult
かね、
cases.
もう全部同じなんで。
Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
うわー、これ再建中、ちょっと建設中なのかな。中の人、ちょっとやばい人いるかな。
I'm not needed here.
不眠症の人。
Christ above! I can't get a wink of sleep.
What are you making such a fuss about?
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least another week. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't get any sleep.
Maybe I can make you something to help you sleep.
Oh, then for God's sake, do it
何よ
quickly.
安眠。
Farewell.
不眠症を治すための何か錬金術で。
I'm not needed here. Philip, from Skalitz.
Oh.
I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly. He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka. Yeah? Where? What's happening? You're not from Skalitz?
No, but please help me. I can't stay here.
What happened to you?
I was working on the building when the scaffolding up by the roof collapsed underneath me.
Well, and you're very lucky you survived at all.
Yes, that's what everyone tells me. But it's no use being alive if all I can do is lie here like a wet sack of barley.
Well, you're pretty battered, but I don't see anything that a few weeks' rest can't fix.
Weeks? My God, I have to get back to work sooner than
かわ
that.
いそう。
What's the problem? Why can't you stay until you heal?
I have a family.
うん
I'm poor. It's only thanks to the building work that we can survive. And the master told me
館にちょっと話をしてこようか、じゃあ。
I shouldn't come back at all. And where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us in? We'll end up living in the woods, where any bandit or ruffian can set on us.
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your wounds.
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of
紫の
purple
ハーブ。
herbs for it.
ハ
He
ーブ
got better very quickly.
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it. A herbarium. Anything.
I'll try to find something.
Thank you. Thank you.
Farewell.
癒しのハーブを手に入れる。
Everything here is fine.
ハンス。
What do you want?
You look alright.
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the Cumans wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief while I was running away.
And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing.
包帯あげりゃいいのか。
I'll get some.
Take care now.
包帯。いっぱいある。包帯あるよ。10個。
What do you want?
I have the bandages.
Wonderful. Could you tell Brother Nicodemus?
I can do it myself.
I thought you were a
大丈夫かこ
blacksmith.
れ。
A long time ago. But unfortunately, I've had to learn a thing or two about the art of medicine since then.
Well, fine then. May the Lord.
ちゃんと負けたのか。
I have the bandage.
Wonderful.
I can do it myself.
Greetings, Henry.
Well, may the Lord watch over you.
How are you feeling?
Good.
It will. Tell them to rebandage you daily. You have the bandages here.
Thank you very much, Henry.
Don't mention it.
Good luck to you.
もう終わりじゃないのかこれ。もしかしてこれ夜になっちゃった。いや、そんなことねえな。
Everything here is fine. He'll be able to get out of this on his own. He'll be able to get out of this on his own.
本当かよ。
You're the one who's in charge of the wounded.
Yes, I'm the infirmarius here. Time was I only had a few elderly monks who couldn't walk to take care of. Now I have this mess to deal with.
Monks so old they can't hold themselves up with their own legs.
Oh, if that were the only bodily function they could control. But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a blessing to live at such an age.
うわぁ、すごいな。
How are the wounded from
治
Skalitz?
療を教えてくれる
Some
の
of
かなこれ。
them are well taken care of. But others are dying here
うん。
needlessly. It's a good thing we have Johanka here. I'd never be able to manage on my own.
So you don't normally treat the wounded then?
Well, there were accidents, of course. A broken leg, someone who'd been kicked by a cow or bitten by a goat. But this, I've never dealt with the carnage of battle before.
If only it had been a battle. This was cold-blooded slaughter.
You were there? God be merciful to you and the dead and the wounded.
How can I help you?
Have you talked to Johanka?
I did.
Well, if you know
食べ
something
物と
about
か
it,
ね、
then go and take a look.
必要だって。
However, you don't look like you've studied the Hippocratic arts.
That's true. I'm the son of a blacksmith. But I have been around the wounded before. What do I do if I'm not
教えて
sure
く
of
だ
the
さい。
treatment?
Come and speak to me. We'll see what we can do.
What do you think about the custodian?
Baron von Berg?
フォンベルク。
Well, he does
ど
his
こに
job well. He keeps us safe here. And the last time I saw him,
街の真ん中の
he was rubbing
お城かな？
ointment on his rash.
I heard he's been here a lot lately.
ここにいる
That's true.
ヨ
He
ハンカ
comes
に
to
会いに来
visit
て。
Johanka. But he's never here long, and he always leaves unsatisfied.
短尺に気に入られてる。
Thank you. Why are they so badly provided for? People are crammed in next to each other, and some have to sleep outside. That can't be good for them. It gets freezing here at night.
I can't afford anything more for them.
How is that possible? You're the infirmarius. You decide how all the money gets spent.
怒
But
っ
I
ちゃっ
have
て
no say in how much
お
money
金の
I
配
give
分の発言権がない
because the abbot's away.
修道院委
It's
員
still
長
the same amount I
い
had
ない
when I was taking care of a few old men.
Can't you do anything? Won't the others help?
Unfortunately not. The brothers in the cloister aren't much interested in the external world, and the custodian has enough on his plate with the chaos in the region. Besides, his main concern is the smooth running of the monastery.
And the local custodian? His crew has enough provisions.
I tried him, but it seems he had some disagreement with Johanka, and now he won't give
これ
us...
一肌脱いであげないといけないやつか
I'll try to talk to him.
どこにあるんだお、目的を完了。病状の改善方法というのは管理官を説得するってことだ。教会の補給品を手に入れると。
Can't believe your conscience lets you leave the Skalitz locals in such a state.
I know. I'm shamed. But my brothers believe it's all in God's hands now.
Even so,
You're not the only one.
なんかすごい
thank you. What happened to Philip?
フィリップ。
Philip?
He's unconscious.
うん。
He's shivering and he has a fever.
Ah, I didn't know that. When he first came here, he was fine. No
なんか
wounds
伝
on
染
him.
病か
He
なんか
was
かかっちゃっ
escorting
たん
the
じゃないか。
others. Then he got worse and worse until he lost consciousness entirely. Ask Johanka. Maybe she'll know more.
I'd like to learn something from you.
And what can you do?
A bit of everything.
Can you now? But to be more precise,
あんまり
you
分かって
understand
ない。
herbs and medicinal plants?
嘘ついてもしょうがないけどね。
To be honest, not really.
So what am I supposed to do with you?
教えてくだ
Well,
さ
never
い。
mind. At least you'll learn something new.
うん。
Go to the herb garden. take a
Herb
good look
garden?
at what's growing there, and then pull up the weeds in the herbaceous beds.
ふーん。
Is that clear?
はい。
Clear. I can get cracking.
Not so
Hi.
fast. Have I even told you what
タ
I
ンポ
consider
ポ
a
イリャ
weed?
クサアザミ。
It's
は
dandelions, stinging
雑
nettles,
草
and thistles.
雑
Those
草。
plants have their use, but they've no
ゴゴメ
business
クサ
growing
と
among
ミ
the
ント。
euphrasia and the mentha, or anywhere else in that garden for that matter.
リラクサーでも欲しいけどね。ああ、そういうこと抜くってことか。
Where is it they're not supposed to grow?
Between the mint and the
ミント
eyebright.
とアイブライト
Once
の
you've
間
cleared。the garden of weeds, come back.
うん。
And woe betide you if you pull up anything but weeds.
そんな脅さ
Don't
れて
worry. You've never had as good a garden.
庭師。いつから庭師になったんだよ。
How do I know which...
You see, this is the part where you
ハ
learn
ーブ図
something.
鑑でタンポポイラク
Look
サ
in
ア
the
ザミの見た目
herbarium
を
to
調
find
べて
out
くだ
what
さ
a
い。
dandelion, stinging
ハーブ
nettle,
図鑑が
and
まず
thistle
ど
look
こ
like.
にあるんだ
How can I tell them apart?
You see, this is the part we...
I see.
終わりましたって？いやいや、終
Do
わっ
you
て
know
ないよ。
anything about...
I'm not an expert.
Well, one of the workers who was injured during construction would like to get back to work.
でも足、
He mentioned some
紫色
purple
の花？
flowers that would...
うん、ハーブ。
Oh, purple herbs that should help.
I
Andalo.
couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can have a look in
あ、
the
ここで
herbarium
植物
here.
標本
They
を
won't
見
be
れる。
too
打
many
撲や
purple
捻
herbs
挫の
for
ための。
bruises and sprains.
ポーション。
How about some potion to induce heavy
うん
sleep?
Certainly. The old reliable.
Reliable?
タンポ
Some
ポ
of
とか
the
使うんじゃん。
brothers like a good sleep.
な
And
るほど。
sometimes that's the only way to get one.
ええ
I'll show you how.
はいはいはい。